Hey, how you doing, folks? I'm Dan from TheBreakdown, and I'm joined by...
I'm Vincent. I sing for the Acacia string.
Thanks for being with us today, man. You guys have a brand new album out. Tell us a little bit about the album title and how you came up with it.
Wormwood is a star that falls to earth and poisons half the waters, and basically everything dies because of this star falling to earth. And it's kind of my interpretation of humanity and what we're doing now. You know, it's we don't really take care. I'm not saying I'm like a hippie or anything, right? But it's I think it's a good metaphor for humanity. It's also like shows the inherent evil in all man. Like, man, I believe that man is inherently evil, and there's nothing we can do to
Prevent catastrophe.
Yeah, prevent catastrophe, and there's nothing we can do to be good. Like, we can try to be good, we can try to be good all we want, but the evil is always going to be in the back of your head, you know. And you see it every day, like even on little things, like when people cut other people off from the highway and like shit like that. So that's basically what the whole record is about.
Is there one theme or topic when you were writing this album that maybe the idea of that came through, and whether it's a topic, a political topic, or social, or something like that really spurred it, or was it, like you said, it's kind of a mix of all things, and then that came out through the album?
Yeah, when I was writing the lyrics, I usually have a theme in mind before I write the lyrics.
Yeah.
This time I didn't really have a theme, so I just wrote lyrics, and they just ended up having kind of a primary theme to all the songs kind of conjoined in a weird way, and the theme derived from the lyrics.
So tell us a little bit about how you wrote the lyrics. Is this something when you got in the studio? This is probably one of the most confrontational albums that you guys have written lyrically and musically. Is this something that when you got to the studio, it all just kind of came up, it was like kind of pent up for a while? Or was it something that you had written over time, and it was like taking something from here and then taking something from here and then taking something from here, and then like you said, it all kind of came together? Or was it just you sat down and boom, it all came out?
I'm always writing, you know, and I do most of my writing when I'm, you know, half in sleep, because that's when my mind works the best, I think. Like, a lot of the lyrics I wrote for this record, I either wrote while I was trying to go to sleep and my brain's going 1,000 miles an hour, or I was driving long distances. Yeah. Because that's another time when you're just like, you're looking at the road and there's nothing around and there's nothing going on, so you just think. Yeah. And that's when I do most of my writing. And I've been writing for the next record already on this tour. Like, I'm always writing lyrics.
So this isn't a constant process.
Yeah, it's always
Do you
happening.
feel that it's something? Is it a release for you to be able to take whatever thoughts and ideas are flowing through your mind and then be able to put them down on paper? And how does it feel when you get to look at an album and be like, wow, this is the final product? I'm really glad that when I was dealing with this is how it came out.
It's a good feeling. I mean, it's really frustrating when I first put the lyrics on paper, because I never know, you know, how they're going to fit, how they're going to flow with a certain song, because the song hasn't been written yet. Right. But when it finally all comes to fruition, when it's all down, it's all done, the album's out, and I get to sit down, I get to listen and read, that's when it feels like I've actually accomplished something. You know, when I'm just, you know, on my phone, just like typing down lyrics, it doesn't really feel like I'm doing anything. Yeah. It just feels like I'm putting words down on a phone. But once it's all done, it's like, wow, I said, you know, I wrote this. You know, it's a good feeling.
How do you feel this album differs from the other albums? How are fans who have listened to you since, say, 3750, what can they get on this album that stays true to the Acacia Strain sound, but also how did you guys progress in your sound? How do you feel like?
I think kids are definitely going to be able to tell that it's us. You know, even if they just get a track and no one, you're like, this is a new band, you listen to this, so like, this is Acacia, what we're talking about. So that's definitely there, but with every album we try and progress a little bit more. And you know, we did a lot of different things, like with the writing process. You know, we experimented with a lot of different things. Like, well, basically what we did was our guitar player DL, we just said, here, you have complete control of the music in this record, just write it. And, you know, do whatever you want. So we used 8-string guitars and tuned it down to, you know, drop F, and that definitely helped vary it up a little bit. And then I experimented with rhyming with the lyrics too, which I've never done before, and it was kind of new to me, but I was worried, you know, because I thought it was going to sound like Dr. Seuss or something weird like that, but I think it worked out. You know, I had to read all the lyrics over and over again to make sure it didn't sound like a nursery rhyme or something. But
the album, like I said earlier, is really confrontational. It's a really serious album, like you said, especially from the meaning behind it. but the studio videos that came out looked like you guys were trying to have a good time. How did you balance the seriousness of the album and the message with also being able to have a good time and enjoy yourself because you're playing music for a living?
A lot of people think that metal's all serious all the time.
Yeah.
And like you said, there has to be a balance of fun and like not taking yourself too seriously and then being serious. And the studio videos are like our way of saying, listen, you know, this is it's a really angry album. There's a lot of really like controversial things on it or whatever. But we're just a bunch of dudes like having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, and making a record is really stressful. You know, it's you're putting down something that you worked really hard on. It's going to be around for basically forever, and that really wears on your brain. So we had to do things that we kind of like take our mind off and take the stress off of it, and like we just like to have fun. So
do you feel pressure when you go in the studio to do something that was better than the album before?
Most definitely. It's always about, you know, what people are going to say, like, oh, this isn't as good as their last one.
Yeah.
People are always going to say that. People have said that already about our new record. And I really don't care, you know. It's like, we worked hard, and we tried some different things, and if people don't like it, then, I mean, that's not our fault. It's their fault for not liking it, you know?
This is a tour, the Cool Tour, that is stacked with bands. Anywhere else you go, if you divided this tour up, the bands would be headlining. Is there some sort of competition, or do you feel like you have to bring your A game every single night because we know who played in front of us and we know who's coming behind us?
Most definitely. I mean, we're playing with all these bands that, I mean, we bring our A game all the time anyways.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like our A+ game.
Yeah.
You know, like this is like, we have to stand out. Like all the bands, it's awesome because all the bands are different, but we feel like Acacia String has to stand out from all the bands because we're so, I don't know really how to say it, like we're so, not raw or underground, but we're just different than the other bands.
Yeah.
And we're trying to, I guess, convert people who wouldn't normally listen to us into listening to us by doing a tour like this. You know, like Under Oath fans are really hard. An Under Oath fan is a hardcore Under Oath fan. Right. They love Under Oath, and it takes a lot to sway an Under Oath fan to listen to something like the Acacia. So we're like trying as hard as we can, and we're bringing it 100%.
Yeah. So you kind of feel that pressure that every night you go out is almost like your job, or there's an opportunity for you to grab new fans that may not listen to the Acacia String to begin with, right?
Most definitely.
Going back to the album, tell us a little bit about the album artwork and who did it and the concept behind it as well.
The guy, Justin Cromer, who did it, he has a website, angryblue.com, and we went with him this time because, you know, we love Paul Romano. He's a great guy. He's done all our other albums. We wanted to kind of go in a different direction. We wanted to know what it was like to work with somebody else, you know. And basically, with this one, I had one phone conversation with him. I told him, this is what the album's about. I'm going to send you the lyrics, and I just want you to interpret your own way. And without even like blinking an eye, he got the lyrics, read them all, got the songs, and just did this artwork. Yeah, there was really there wasn't really anything where I was like, I don't like that. I don't think you should do that, because at the beginning I told him to do whatever he wanted. You know, and I think he did a really great job. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
You guys have a music video coming out. Can you tell us when we can be expecting it, and what song is it going to be?
The song's Hills Have Eyes. I have no idea when it's going to come out because I got a preview for it today.
Yeah.
So I just watched it about 5 minutes before this interview, and it's a rough cut, but it's really good. And hopefully it'll come out soon. It's entertaining to say the least.
Well, we appreciate you being with us, man. Good luck with the rest of the tour, and hopefully we see you again. Thanks for being with us. We'll catch you next time. All right, peace.